Okay, well, let's, I think... We want to do bonds, but I think I've cooked up a way for us to be a group here. I think it all starts with smirking Elman. Smirking Elman, what's the name of this duke you're pretending, or this noble you're pretending to be?
Uh, let's go with Sir Peach.
Okay.
I was
Sir
an almond last time, now I'm a peach.
Sir Peach. Elman's fake noble name. Okay. Now you've been trying to negotiate with the Duke for some extra pay.
Yeah.
Now you've not brought any soldiers with you.
I don't need soldiers. Just look at me.
So, yeah, I think we come into you dealing with the Duke, having a negotiation, and yeah, he tells you he's concerned about investing a great deal of money for a noble with no knights, apparently. And what do you use? I think we're parlaying. I think we're definitely gonna parlay. I want to know what's your leverage you're using over him to say, like, you can trust me and stuff.
Shit, I should have thought about this. Think.
He might make a suggestion if you freeze for a moment. If he sees you're thinking about it, I think he says, "Well, I've gathered a few people that I think I can trust, and if you're willing to use some of the people I have, I may have something special that I could use a strong warrior's help with, such as yourself."
Why, yes, I am willing to teach your candidates.
He says, but on the matter of money, and he's thinking about it for a second. Go ahead and roll your parlay. Plus charisma. You've got the leverage of agreeing to his plan.
Elman.
Okay.
I mean, Peach.
He says, okay, I can promise you a purse for expenses. I can even offer some pay for those who will accept the call, so that we can get some good candidates. How much money is he gonna offer you? Let's roll a d6. Let's roll a d8 plus a d4.
God fucking damn it.
Wow.
I'll settle down with 20,000 coins, yeah.
It's not a lot of money you rolled, Elman. In fact, it's none.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tough times in Belsen.
Yeah, well, I stole everything last time. What's yours?
Okay, so he says he can offer 50 coins to hire other people, right? That's kind of the price for hired bodyguards. But he's not offering you 50 coins. That would be like a slap in the face for a man as wealthy as you. And
Yes.
and
I'm glad
money,
we understand.
yeah, liquid currency is not so useful as something else. That has more permanent value. I think what he's going to offer you, he's going to offer to pay to help you get mercenaries, and he's going to offer you a stake. When all this is over, a stake in the mine. A claim. He will bring you in at, 10% of his mine's earnings. He's getting nothing from them now. It's all just costing him money. But he will offer you a solid stake in the mines.
Yes, well, I think I can work with this.
Cool.
Also, Justin,
Yeah.
tell me, what's in the room I'm in with him?
Yeah, the room you're in, it's some sort of meeting room. His estate is large and every room is large, and he's got, you're sitting at a little table with a couple of nice chairs, a little silver platter of polite talking food of some kind,
Yeah.
And there are photos hanging on the walls that have elaborate frames around them. They have elaborate frames around them. I think that's the most eye-catching thing. Are these elaborate photos around? Not photos, paintings.
Paintings.
Yeah.
How big are the paintings?
They're fairly large. They appear to be former dukes, relatives of his, dukes and other folk in his family.
Okay. Is he wearing anything like jewelry or?
Oh yeah. He's got a fine coat on, some fancy leggings, some good shoes, and probably a big brooch on. A couple of rings on his fingers. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So when we're saying our goodbyes, I approach him, right?
Yeah.
To kiss his rings.
Okay.
Like, I want to take the rings with my mouth.
Okay, that's a rather involved kiss on the hand. Okay, that's gonna be dexterity to slip the ring from his fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do it no problem.
Tradition.
You get a ring that he doesn't notice you take with sleight of hand. And you have a Duke's signet ring of undetermined value.
Oops.
Undetermined value. So I think that's the offer the three of you are given. All right, the three of you get word of this. Ravolt, you've done some dealing with the Sunhawks.
Mm.
And you're being offered 50 coins to join a special group for the Duke. And it has particularly to do with this burgeoning group of thieves or whatever that are roaming the streets at night. So it's a chance to pursue that mystery itself.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Of course, I'll show up. Yeah. Also, that guy I hired. Do we have a handout for him?
Yes, I probably didn't show it to you. All right, there's Bradley.
Hooray! All right. Cool. All right. Then yeah. If I get word of that, just I have so many hirelings. Just I take out my I always forget what kind of hat it is, but the Sherlock Holmes like stereotypical hat.
Okay.
I put that on and just good news, everyone. Looks like we're on the case officially. All right, with me, and we'll slink off to the or march off to the keep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've joined up now. I want to follow up on that 50 coins that you found.
Sure.
Did you return that to the police?
Yes. Yeah, hands down. I tell them what happened, and just I don't know how 50 coins will help you catch them, but it is most certainly purloined coin. It's not something that I traffic in.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah. They give you a strange look and say, "Okay, that's weird." But
yeah. Tavern.
Yeah. They probably have the impression that you're
I'll be in the garage.
that you're naive, but also trustworthy, which is useful.
Yeah.
And Mog, you know the Sunhawks also.
Right.
Word gets around that they're looking for people to do a special job.
I'm looking for any job at this point, so...
Yeah, and they're going to put 50 coins in your hand to show up and work for a special crew.
That's a mind-boggling amount of money to Mog.
Truly.
Right. So he's down for whatever. Yes.
And then Betlick Scriden. Portman Ludd comes to you and he says, he tells you about a job. It doesn't pay anything up front, but they need you to come help with a special mission for the town. Sounds like maybe it doesn't have to do with getting into street fights or whatever, so that might be helpful.
Sounds appropriate. An appropriate use of our resources to further push our reputation with the people of the marches.
Yeah. And maybe you'll get some reward later, but there's nothing up front.
Sure, Lud doesn't like that.
Common blood. Did some pro bono? What?
No, Portman Ludd heard about it. Stole the 50 coins.
Oh.
And then passed it on to Betlick Scriden.
Oh,
Okay. Perfect. Man.
So yeah, the group has formed up, and before you know it, Sir Peach, you've got a gaggle of people in front of you. I mean, Bravolt comes with 3 people. Mog is alone.
Yeah.
4 people. Mog is alone. He's by himself, but he's here. And Betlick Scriden comes with, I think it's like 10 people.
Yeah.
He's got an entourage of followers, and they go with him wherever he goes. It looks like we have 2 doorbells. But the 2 of you can start off. The mission is, as we already discussed, there is some kind of group of thieves or something that are lurking around the streets. And we want to rout them out and have them removed.
Okay.
The Duke is very concerned about keeping things orderly in the streets for the time being, as we deal with this rising threat at the mines.
Okay. I guess. Does anybody? This is hard. Does anybody have any connections with the local criminal underworld? We had a thief, correct?
Yes, but I don't have connections. What
Okay.
I do want to know is, do I have any information about the structure, the criminal structure of the city? I've been here before.
Um,
I've been around.
yeah, we can get to that. We can get to you digging up some information. First thing we want to do, though, is we want to set up our adventure goals and write bonds.
Oh,
Yes.
So, I've got a little sheet here we'll have to do our adventure goals. So, this is the first mystery we have. And, of course, the larger deal with the Skinner, the undead plague in the mines. You can make that your adventure goal, and this is just a side issue. But this is what we want to start with. I want to hear first adventure goals, and then we're going to write some bonds. You guys can kind of base your bonds on the adventure goal. We're going to assume that's mostly what you guys are talking about as you're planning your actions. So, who has an adventure goal already?
Boom. Okay. Bring the Skinner to justice if he is in fact a ne'er-do-well.
All right.
Yeah.
And anybody else have bones? I have a adventure goal so far.
I'll try it. I'm not sure how the format of these should be or how large they need to be, but I think my character's main goal in being in this adventure is just to try to establish his name, establish that he's competent at, this sort of paramilitary work, and get enough money to just be able to live. I don't know if that is ordinarily what we want to do.
That's perfect.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, you want to make a name for yourself. The adventure goal is mostly like, if you're thinking about something to do, if you don't know what to do next,
Right.
do your adventure goal, right? Go out and try to make a name. Yeah.
Right. Okay, excellent.
All right, Scriden or Elman?
I feel like mine has to do with the Thieves Guild, but I don't know how much time we'll spend on that.
I mean, that's the main goal right now, so that's something to dig out.
Okay. I guess show the Thieves Guild I'm the best there is. Yeah, let's go with that.
Become the king of thieves.
Yup.
Okay, and
Show the
Scriden.
Thieves Guild I'm a master thief. There we go.
He's a necromancer, right?
The Skinner is. Oh, yeah.
The Skinner, therefore, knows how to manipulate people and manipulate the undead.
Mm-hmm.
So I must gather knowledge, perhaps an artifact, probably an artifact, that will help me or enhance my ability to manipulate others.
All right. So there we go. We've got some bonds, or some adventure goals. Now we want to write some bonds. I mean, you guys have been planning and chatting for a few days. You've generally been discussing these things that your goals are, right? I mean, maybe Elman not so much. He's probably, as Peach, probably saying something about teach these thieves a lesson. I mean, you're going to keep up this disguise the whole time, aren't you, Elman?
No, I think I forget about it, right? After a day or two.
And just come out without the illusion on, and we're like, who are you? Who's this guy?
Yeah. Yeah.
We would have seen his face like posted all over town.
Also,
We also killed Princess Peach.
Oh man.
Yeah, there's Rabble. He knows me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
and you know me.
Okay, that may change things. We'll see where the bonds go. We're gonna go this out of the bonds, and see if things drastically change after that, which I think they're going to. So eventually, Smirking Elman just starts showing up, and he looks like a thief, right? And he probably just says as much. And you've all seen the signs around town that this son of a bitch is supposed to be reported and arrested immediately.
Yeah.
Now, Raveled, you can say that, okay, I'm going to try and arrest him. We're going to say he gets away for now. We can make that part of the game, is hunting down Elman as if he
Sure.
is now on the lam also. But yeah, let's write some bonds. That sounds like we've got some good bonds to go. Should we start?
Okay.
Let's start with Raveled. Raveled, we're going to need a bond at least for Elman.
Yeah. Man.
You know I'm a good boy. I saved so many people last time.
I know Elman is a hero. But unfortunately, he's also a criminal.
But this one outweigh the other.
Also a criminal. I am honor bound in all caps to bring him in.
God.
So, let's discuss what happens real quick. So Elman shows up, and Raveldt, you are filled with righteous fury that he must be returned. He must be turned in for his crimes. I mean, do you demand him to surrender right then and there?
Yeah. If he, when he comes to see us, I guess like, I kind of like look around the room and back at him, and like as I've been seeing the signs, like no, it can't be him. No, and then there was one that actually has his name on it. It's like, oh, so yeah, I think like stand up, just sort of like. I don't draw any weapons or anything. I respect him too much for that. I expect him to just turn himself in, just Elman. It's so great to see you, but the Duke, you must know. I know not what you've done here, but the Duke wants you brought in.
Yeah.
I'm aware,
have to.
Rebel. It's why I'm here.
To turn yourself in.
You see, I've been incriminated by the local thieves guild.
That dastardly bunch. Just. Well, that does change things. But surely we must tell the Duke about this. He must know. I'll put in a good word for you, of course. And
I'm afraid I visited the Duke. They have him convinced. They must have used their dastardly spells on him.
The bastards.
Okay, so
Sure. Well, I mean,
you got to tell me, Raveldt. There's no role to make here. If you want to, if you want
I know,
Raveldt to be convinced by that, like, you just let me know.
Yeah, no. I don't.
I think you would still try to take me.
I would definitely still try to take you in, because like
Yeah.
I need proof, and if I bring you before the Duke and we put in a good word, like no, like blah blah blah, he's here to clear his name, those bastards. I'm convinced that I can convince the Duke. So I would still insist on bringing him before the whatever the guy's name is.
I think Hollis Four Fingers and Bradley both
Yes.
are push you in that direction. And probably Tiny Chocolate Fun.
Tiny Chocolate Fun.
Tiny chocolate fun.
What is
He's
that?
he's a little Christmas elf.
Oh my god.
He's a little Christmas elf. He's a
hails
detective. He's my Watson.
He hails from the North Pole. He works for the Krampus Claus, and he would definitely be like, yeah, that kid's been naughty as fuck.
Right. Yeah.
You don't know. You can't tell my alignment. Shut up.
So
Yeah.
So what? That's cool. Okay, so Elman.
I take out my manacles.
Yeah, it's time to go, Elman. We'll get what Elman does. But Elman, let me have you write a bond with Revolt once you find out that he's not about to go along with your schemes.
Okay. Wait, did you write a bond with me?
Yeah, I know Elman is a hero, but unfortunately he's also a criminal. I am honor bound to bring him in.
Okay. I think I'll convince. I don't know if convince is the right word here. Raveled of my what's the word I'm looking for here? Okay, for now I'll convince Rebel of my good intentions. Let's go with that.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll put quotations on the convince because
Okay. So, but you aren't going to go with him now? I mean, I'll say this, Elman. You know, the Duke is not not going to be lenient about. He's probably going to want to put you at the very best, put you in a jail or a gaol.
He's going to cut my hands off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see if anything that would help me. No, I'm not going to go.
Okay. So one way or another, we're probably going to get split from Elman. But
he can put his mask back on.
Scriden and Mog, what do you guys make of this? There's some sort of kerfuffle that happens.
Oh.
Right, about...
Are we present when they're, fighting and he's trying to arrest them?
Yeah, you all just come there and all this shit is revealed, and you've seen signs of this guy, and he's, being like, no, I'm being set up, but Ravelt's like, we gotta take you in, dude, kind of thing.
I seriously doubt Mog understands the idea of a warrant and the idea of a criminal penalty for a civilian not complying with the warrant. I imagine it goes something like, well, we have to arrest him. And I'm like, how am I supposed to know that? Well, there are these signs around. You'll go to jail if you don't arrest him. I'm like, well, what if I don't know what arresting him is about? And go, well, then you wouldn't go to jail. I'm like, why did you tell me then?
That's how they get you, Mog.
It's all quite beyond him. Why they're arresting him? Is this the first day? Did he just walk out from the illusion? He's just a total stranger to me, though.
I think you guys have been planning and organizing for a couple of days. People have been coming in.
But is this the first day he didn't use his mask of illusion to?
Yeah.
Also very confused about that. I'm pretty sure my character thinks Elman murdered Prince Peach or whatever his name was, and now we got this stranger. So I'm not gonna connect the dots without a lot of explanation that no one's gonna be taking the time to give me. I think.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you didn't take the mask off in front of us, right? Just.
No, I don't.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
So my guy's just confused. Thinks you murdered the guy who we've been planning with for 2 days.
Yeah,
and probably on the paladin side.
Okay.
Yeah, just for your information, I don't know about this mask either.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
I have no idea.
So Mog, let me have you write a bond then. Sounds like you have a bond with Revolt.
Yeah. I think. He seems like a strong guy who, he's I'm not like lawful, but he's like connected into the machine. So he's got good branding, and
Okay.
like that's really valuable. So Revel can't do it. So I'm gonna go with that's why that I really look up to him. I want to learn how to get those connections.
Yeah.
Because I gotta imagine, I mean, he's making good money. I don't know what you look like. I assume you're wearing armor and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, if you have a lot of like armor, that's impressive to Mog.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
I certainly have that at least.
yeah.
It's the barbarian who doesn't know what a warrant is, but does understand branding.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't know the words,
Right.
but some people are savants.
Yeah. I'm into it. All right, that's cool. So you can write that out as a bond. Revolt seems connected and strong, right?
Yeah.
He will get me more connections, like something like that is good for a
Okay.
bond.
Where do I write bonds? Is that on my character sheet?
Yeah, so just above where you put your gear, there's bonds. It works the same. You just click add. It'll give you a text box, and you just write that literally out.
Cool.
Revolt is, yeah. Revolt
I've
has
lost-
really nice armor. he
I'm
should,
looking for my character sheet. Where does it go after?
oh,
I have Tiny Chocolate Fun up right now.
so if you go to the journal section in Roll20,
Oh, sorry. Journal.
so you have our massive journal section. You can get lost
Oh,
in here for
okay.
days.
It's in here somewhere. Is the idea?
Where you want to go down is to my name, where it says Justin's Adventures.
It's towards the bottom.
Oh wow, this is really big, guys.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Open up and expand my folder. You're going to see a bunch of crap for all the adventures I'm running. And you want to open the Velson folder.
Okay, Velson. Oh, Velson's open. Yes,
And you should see Mog Feldspar right there.
I totally do. Thank you.
You're good. Yeah, so you just add that bond in there, and you are siding with Revolt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Scriden.
So, as you know, let me make my case. As you know, I don't like splitting the party, and I'm useless for anything other than talking. Now, here's what I propose. Here's what Bentley thinks. He probably even turns to his Luddites. Was there 6, 10 of them? I can't remember. There's a lot of them. Plus Lud. And I say, here's an opportunity. This man is clearly useful. He has skills. The skills that we need. Why not use the resources instead of letting them go to waste under a paladin's justice or a foolish leader of this city? Let us defend this man and convince the whatever the hell he is to pardon him if he proves himself, I don't know.
Yeah, if he proves himself to be innocent or whatever, or his claims are proven, we should give him a chance.
Under our care of a paladin and many men, he won't get away.
So it sounds like you're siding with Elman. Now, Revolt is not going to back down, apparently. And either this is going to come to blows, or this is going to break up the group, or Elman's going to get away. Where do you stand after that? Would you go with Elman? Would you seek him out to help get his help, or would you get in line with the paladin and such?
Well, it'd help Elman.
Okay.
Helping Elman helps me.
Yeah,
A
all right.
righteous man.
So, write a bond with Elman, then.
I will prove. Well, I will get Elman pardoned temporarily.
We've already won, Mog. We've lost Betlick Strident.
Okay, so I'm not going to make this about us having a fight right now. That would become utter freaking chaos. But things break up somehow. I mean, Elman, I'll leave it to you. You're obviously gonna have to leave, right? Even if you get into a fight here and cause a bunch of damage, you know, other guards would be called. Things would escalate from there, and that's totally fine if you get out, if you like cut a swath out of here in violence. But yeah, how do you? What happens here? What's your reaction?
I think I let them like put the manacles on and escort me outside.
Yeah.
And once I'm outside, I suddenly turn into a pack of rats and scatter.
Okay.
Right? So I can do that shit.
Welcome to Elman.
And that's what happened.
Now, is this a spell you're casting?
Yeah, I can alter self.
Sweet. Okay, that sounds good. We're gonna roll that.
Okay.
And no matter what, your spell's gonna get off, and you're gonna be wandering the streets now. So that's what we'll roll for you, and then Raveled.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is your reaction after that? How do you reorganize everybody? We hunt down Elman. You know he's going after the Thieves Guild also, but he wants to lead them.
Well, I don't know. I don't know that he wants to lead them. But he ran away, and if anything shows guilt, it's that.
Yeah.
So like when he turns into rats, I'm sure there's like scrambling to try to catch the rats, but they get away, and there's just sort of a sigh and a moment of just sort of silence where nothing happens, and then just we have to inform the Duke. But Elman's also here, also a problem, and I'll go see the Duke.
Yeah, I mean, he would tell you the same thing. Like, get that bastard and bring him in, and stop the Thieves Guild. Right? He's just, and I think actually he jumps to the straight conclusion. He's working for them. Right.
Okay. Yeah. Just
And those are the orders. You bring him in and the thieves.
Okay. All right. I just sort of I nod and take out my notepad and start taking my detective notes.
Okay, that sounds like your hunter move.
It is my hunter move.
So we're gonna do that, and Mog, you can help. You can help Raveled with that if you want, or do your own thing. I mean, yeah. Do you do that? You just stick with him and start sleuthing the trail.
Yeah, let's do the hunter move. How do I aid on that?
Yeah, so we'll do that in a second. I'm just trying to establish what everybody's doing. And Scriden, are you here, Cameron?
Yeah, sorry, just turn my webcam off.
Okay, that's cool. What's up with you, Scriden?
I have no idea what the fuck to do now. I didn't expect him to do that.
Sorry.
You can try.
Expect him to turn into a bunch of rats.
You can try and get back in contact with him.
Yeah, I think that's probably necessary right now. I mean, I do want to make my plan known to Ravel if there was time for that, right? And
Okay.
But then yes, I do want to find. Yeah.
So, do you have a good move for that? A spell?
I got nothing.
You can contact plane.
I hope they're gonna. I guess.
Contact an ethereal hunting dog.
Wait.
God.
You can be the same plane.
I mean, would this be the time to tell you my prepared spells?
Well, we can just roll any
Make a sign
spell.
of them.
We can roll any spell you've got right now.
Alright,
But
well-
you're gonna contact a planar creature to help you contact Elman.
It's very
No, you can
complicated.
contact people in the
What
same
goes
plane
on?
as you.
It requires talking a lot. But yes, that's how that would work.
Okay, I've got something for that too. I know what kind of
Yeah,
planar creature
I think-
could help you find
I
Elman.
think I know exactly which creature.
Oh no.
That's cool. That's all wild and wacky. Elman, roll your spell.
Goody.
Okay.
A 9.
Choose one of your options. I know you've got weird spell casting.
Yeah. Let's see. I think this is a strenuous situation. I'm gonna take a -1 ongoing to cast spells.
Okay. Alright, that'll last until you rest next, which you can do right away. It may bring in new trouble, but yeah. We're going to do Scriden's thing last, because that's when it's going to get funky, y'all. So, Mog, in order to aid, what you're going to do is you're going to roll plus bond. Since you're aiding Ravolt, you have 1 bond with him. You just roll 2d6 plus 1.
Boom.
All right, so you've got help, Ravolt. You roll
Okay.
Discern Realities.
Discern Realities is very bad. So
Are you? So you take Mog. You're just wandering the streets at night. Are you, interviewing witnesses, stuff like that?
Oh, I mean the whole 9 yards, right? Like during the day, I'm asking people. Like I got my notepad and my hat and everything, I'm just asking like, oh, have you? Like I have one of the wanted posters. Like, have you seen this man? Or any, or like, I guess or the shady individuals that hang out at the dog kennel. I'm taking notes that way. And at night, I'm just sort of like looking around in alleyways and like I have a magnifying glass, so I'm getting down if I see a crack to see if I can find a mouse. Yeah.
Well, you do find some mice, and you grill them, but they turn out to be only mice.
But they're delicious grilled.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
They are
No,
quite
these
tasty.
These are just mice. All right.
All right, roll Discern Realities.
Hey.
All right,
Cool.
You get 1 question, and I will tell you where you end up, where you do find signs of him.
Yeah.
The sewers. That's where he ran.
Okay, he ran into the sewers. All right. So I get 1 more question. I guess what should I be on the lookout for?
It's a good question. It's an excellent question. It's a great question.
Solid gold question.
Solid gold question. And we will answer that question as soon as
The black anus is the answer. Damn it.
Scriden rolls to contact a creature from another plane.
What's your intelligence now?
16.
Okay, all right. You've
that's
been
not
working out your brain. Okay.
So, Scriden,
Red books.
remind me the exact effects and things you can specify about that spell.
Let's see. So, you send a request to another plane. Specify who or what you'd like to contact by location, type of creature, name, or title. You open a 2-way connection with that creature. Your communication can be cut off at any time by you or the creature you contact.
Okay, yeah. So, name, title, or type, what are you looking for?
I am looking for... Shit, I don't know. I am looking for, what would know of his... He's a... Oh, man, I don't want to do that. I guess... Do I know he's a warlock? Do I know you're a warlock?
Um,
I just turned into a pack of rats in front of you.
he's got some magical power. I don't know if
That
you...
doesn't necessarily mean he's a warlock.
Yeah. Why don't you spout lore? You saw him cast a spell. Let's see if you can determine what kind of spell that was.
That dear spell, I know what that is, yeah.
That was some
Yep.
That was some warlock magic. No doubt. He has dealt with dark beings and they have granted him some sort of power. Or he's stolen it or something. But that was a warlock spell he was casting.
Spell lore doesn't give you, it just gives you information that's
Oh!
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
think
so
it's
that's
helpful.
interesting, and it needs to be useful.
I like
He
never roll
he
spell.
evoked a name. He evoked a name, and it was a strange language, I think, or like how exactly do you cast these spells, Elman? Do we hear strange voices? Do you say something? Like, what's the deal?
I think when I cast my spells, there's residue where I cast them, like runes and strange symbols where I stood.
So, okay, this is good. Yeah, so Elman, or Scriden, you're investigating the area where you cast his spell into these strange runes, and part of one of your Luddites pulls out a book, right? And he says, I know this sign here. And he pulls out his book and he turns to it, and he says, it is here. And the rune is a name, right? But the name is ancient and not really pronounceable in human language. It's the name of, some demon or demigod or something like that, an ancient creature. But we don't know anything about that creature. What he does know about is what's connected to that creature. This is evocation of a strange power. And legends speak of someone who's uses this kind of power, who has dealt with this demon, this ancient demigod from before history, all right? And her name is the Black Annis.
I heard of the person before, I think. Yes, well, either way, I wish to speak with this Annis.
You want to parlay with my anise? Is that what he's saying?
Of course I do.
Roll that spell.
Contact my anise. Oh my god.
Ah!
Oh no.
Okay. Alright. Now, why'd I have to roll twice?
Well, you had to spout lore to see if you
I
even
know.
knew who to contact.
Can we just switch those? That would have been better.
My goodness.
Quality Scriden.
The best.
You cast a spell, and a figure does appear before you in a form of shadow. And the Luddite next to you is looking through the book, and there's like a drawing of a rendition of the Black Annis. And, I mean, it looks like a lady, like a weird witch lady made out of shadows and stuff, and it's not like a great drawing, right? It's not a good painting of her. He's just like, I don't think that's her. But there is a strange figure, a cloaked figure that appears in shadow, and it says, it looks around. You don't see a face, right? You see a cloaked figure swirling in a form of shadow, and you see like sort of a face, but you don't see eyes or a nose or a lot of detail about them. And it starts to speak in some strange tongue that makes the ground quake and the sun darken. And you're instilled with fear. And the Luddites around you, they are cowering. And it stops for a moment and it says, who are you to disturb me?
I am a man merely wishing to borrow information about one of your comrades or followers.
I don't give information about my followers. What do you seek, fool?
I seek to find the location of one of your followers so I may assist them in just not dying.
Yeah. Figure says, what is your name?
My name My name is Johannes.
Johannes.
Bird.
Okay.
Bird Johannes.
He says, if you wish to help my followers, I will show you the way.
Very well. Excellent. To come to an agreement.
Yeah, and I think the shadows then launch at you and hit you in the face, and there's a stinging in your eyes. And the other Luddites and everybody like cowers and runs and flees as you're struck in the eyes with this shadow. And you wake up a few moments later. You've blacked out, and everybody's like picking you up off the ground. And we see Betlick's face, and there's like this sort of starburst pattern of sort of a grayness around his eyes and stuff that starts to flake away slowly as he comes awake and starts blinking. But the first thing you see, Betlick, when you come to, you see on the ground now, there are sort of these markings that look almost like arrows. And off of them is coming this sort of blackish, shadowy vapor. And everybody's like, are you okay, Sir Scriden?
I've been shown the light. We must follow me.
Let's go. So yeah, everybody comes along with you. As you're moving, you definitely are taken down into the sewers by these arrows. And as you're moving along, it becomes clear pretty soon that your entourage, they have no idea what you're seeing, right? They can't see the signs that you can see, but there are these arrows every so often that are pointing you through this underground waterway beneath the city, guiding you somewhere.
All right, I gotta write Johannes down. Never give a demon your name. Johannes. Johannes. There we go.
Johannes. All right. So we've got Ravelt and Mog in the sewers hunting down Elman. We've got Scriden in the sewers trying to locate Elman and figure out what's going on. And we've got Elman in the sewers now. We're going to come back to Elman, but first we're going to take another break. This is a good stop.
Cool.
Just real
I don't know
quick.
what the.
God.
We can wait for the what should I be on the lookout for is still unanswered.
Say again?
My last what should I be on the lookout
can I one thing? Did you add in the +1 from my aid?
I did. I have a -1. I'm bad.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you should be on the lookout for? Good call. Yeah, it's a sense you get, Elman, or Ravelt. Something crawls up your spine as you come down into these sewers. And there's something down here. There is some sort of magic at work. You don't really know the nature of it, but yeah, there are magical powers being worked now below here.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. Good. So let's take 5 minutes and.
I think I know what that 6 minus was. Despicable, despicable, Justin.
I'll see y'all in a little bit.
Cool.
All I'm gonna say is, warlocks cast spells with charisma.
I know. I don't want to be a warlock. I don't want none of that funky business.
Trust me, you do. You do.
East Coast.
I know where New Jersey is. Well,